Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. And today, Lakers Nation, we have to talk because something is unraveling in front of our eyes. Last night's loss to the Timberwolves wasn't just another defeat. No, this one felt different. This one felt like a crack forming in the very foundation the Lakers have been trying to hold together all season long. The Timberwolves now lead the series 2-1 after a commanding performance that left the Lakers scrambling for answers. Sure, Anthony Edwards went off late in the game and sealed the win with a flurry of baskets that showed why he's one of the brightest young stars in the league. But what if I told you the real story wasn't about the closing act, but about the opening wound that made it all possible? It was Jaden McDaniels who saw the opening and pounced. Quietly, efficiently, and with surgical precision, he attacked the very core of the Lakers' defense, right where it hurt most. And where it hurt, of course, was right in the paint. Because without Anthony Davis manning the middle, the Lakers have become vulnerable in ways that fans, players, and even the coaching staff are now openly admitting. And when you start to pull back the curtain on this team's current structure, the picture isn't just concerning, it's alarming. Let's talk about what went wrong, and more importantly, what this might mean moving forward. After Anthony Davis went down, the Lakers had a decision to make. Do they find a short-term replacement, someone to anchor the paint and protect the rim? Or do they lean into small ball, trust in their perimeter defense, and hope the offense can compensate for the defensive gaps? As we now know, the trade for Mark Williams fell through. There were rumors of backup plans, whispers about veterans floating on the market, but nothing materialized. So here we are with Jackson Hayes as the lone traditional center available. And while he brought energy and some early impact off the bench, that flash has dimmed quickly under playoff pressure. In Game 3, Hayes logged just 8 minutes. In that stretch, the Lakers were outscored by 13 points. That's not a small number, especially in a game where momentum swung hard in the second half. And it gets worse when you look at the overall picture. The Timberwolves scored 56 points in the paint. That's a 30-point advantage in that one category alone. Think about that for a second. 30 points in a playoff game. That's the margin right there. The Lakers simply didn't have a response. No one to protect the rim, no one to alter shots, no one to make driving into the lane even slightly uncomfortable. It was a layup line out there. And McDaniels? He saw it. He knew it. So he attacked. Early and often. Then, when the defense was stretched and confused, Anthony Edwards stepped in to finish the job. J.J. Reddick, to his credit, didn't try to sugarcoat anything. After the game, in one of the most candid press conferences we've seen from him so far, he admitted point blank, "The fact is that we don't have protection at the rim, quote unquote. So if you get beat, we're going to give up something. We're going to give up a three, or we're going to give up a shot at the rim." That kind of honesty is rare, especially in the middle of a tense playoff series. But it also reveals something deeper. Reddick knows this team is standing on a fragile edge. And it's not that the Lakers aren't trying. Reddick praised the effort, saying his guys played with heart, that they made multiple effort plays and tried to be physical. And that's true. No one's questioning the hustle. But hustle alone doesn't stop 6'9" forwards barreling into the paint. Hustle doesn't block shots. And hustle doesn't fill the void left by one of the best defensive players in the league when he's out. Anthony Davis is more than just a body down low. He's the defensive anchor, the safety net. And without him, everything has to be perfect. One slip, one missed rotation, and the opponent gets a clean look. The Timberwolves figured that out, and they exploited it with ruthless efficiency. And while the Lakers are trying to adjust on the fly, it's becoming increasingly clear that their margin for error is razor thin. Reddick said they still believe in Hayes, and that they'll look at everything moving forward. But let's be honest, belief only gets you so far. At some point, results matter. And right now, the results are screaming that something needs to change. Could that mean revisiting the market? Could a veteran center be signed as an emergency patch? The front office has stayed quiet, but the noise is growing louder. Some insiders believe discussions are happening behind the scenes. Others suggest that if Game 4 goes poorly, the team might be forced to act urgently. But while the Lakers' defense was the clear weak point in Game 3, there's another storyline that can't be ignored. Luka Donic. The all-star guard, the offensive engine, the newly crowned co-leader of this team alongside LeBron, he was clearly not himself last night. And now we know why. Prior to the game, reports surfaced that Donic had been dealing with a stomach flu. At first, fans thought maybe it was nothing. Maybe he'd push through. But once the game started, it became obvious that he was laboring. He looked fatigued. His timing was off. His usual magic, the vision, the step-backs, the poise, was nowhere to be found. He finished with just 17 points and 5 turnovers. And those numbers, while not catastrophic on their own, don't tell the full story. It was the way he moved, or rather, didn't move. It was clear he was pushing against his own body just to stay upright. And here's the scary part. We don't know how long this will last. Stomach viruses are unpredictable. Sometimes it's 24 hours. Other times they linger. They mess with your hydration, your nutrition, your stamina. And in the playoffs, even a 5% drop in performance can swing a game, maybe a series. The Lakers need Donic at full strength. Not just for his scoring, but for everything else he does, his passing, his floor spacing, his ability to draw defenders and create opportunities for others. Without that, the offense stalls. The pressure shifts entirely to LeBron, who was phenomenal last night, dropping 38 points and doing everything he could to carry the load. But how many times can you ask a 39-year-old to do that? Fans are starting to wonder, if Luka isn't right by Game 4, do the Lakers even have a path forward? Can LeBron and a shaky defense hold off a Timberwolves team that's getting more confident with every game? Or is this the beginning of the end for this run? Some analysts are speculating that the Lakers might have to consider a complete shift in their game plan. Maybe that means slowing the game down, minimizing possessions, and grinding out wins the old-fashioned way. Others think Reddick might turn to unconventional lineups, throwing in more guards, switching everything on defense, and trying to outscore teams rather than stop them. It's risky, but at this point, what isn't? And then there's the fan base, hopeful, anxious, watching every update on Luka's health like it's breaking news. Social media exploded last night. Some fans called for Hayes to be benched entirely. Others demanded a move from the front office, even suggesting that someone like Dwight Howard, yes, that Dwight, might be worth a call. Is it far-fetched? Maybe. But desperate times call for bold ideas. Still, others are choosing optimism. They believe in Luka's toughness. They believe that 2 days of rest might be enough to get him back on track. And they believe that this team, for all its flaws, has the heart to rally. And you know what? I get it. This team has shown flashes of brilliance this season. When they're locked in, when Donic is humming, when LeBron is feeling it, and when the defense is engaged, they look like contenders. Legitimate contenders. But in the playoffs, flashes aren't enough. You need consistency. You need health. And right now, the Lakers have neither. So here we are. Game 4 is coming fast. The pressure is mounting. The questions are growing. The Timberwolves are feeling themselves. And the Lakers? They're searching for identity, for answers, for health, for hope. But what do you think about all of this? Is this just a rough patch for a team that's built to last? Or are the wheels starting to come off at the worst possible time? Will Luka bounce back and remind everyone why he's one of the best in the world? Or will the Timberwolves smell blood and go for the kill? I want to know what you think, because this fan base is one of the smartest, most passionate groups in all of basketball. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back. The Lakers need to come out with urgency. From the opening tip, they have to dictate the pace, set the tone physically, and show the Timberwolves that they're not going down without a fight. No more sluggish starts. No more waiting until the second half to flip the switch. Every possession has to matter. Every loose ball has to be theirs. Every defensive rotation has to be sharp. This team doesn't have the luxury of easing into games anymore. A key focus has to be on controlling the paint. If they can't fix that, they're cooked. Whether it's through better help defense, smarter rotations, or simply committing hard fouls to make opponents think twice about driving, the Lakers have to reestablish the paint as a no-fly zone. Giving up easy layups isn't just bad for the scoreboard. It's demoralizing. It gives life to the opponent. It crushes your own spirit. Offensively, it's going to take more than just hero ball from LeBron. D'Angelo Russell needs to be more aggressive and more efficient. Austin Reeves has to make smart plays, not just flashy ones. And the supporting cast, guys like Rui Hachimura and Spencer Dinwiddie, have to bring real, consistent production. This can't be a one- or two-man show. It has to be collective. There's also a mental side to this. The Lakers need to stay composed. The Timberwolves are going to come out swinging, trying to rattle them, trying to force mistakes. The Lakers can't fall into that trap. No dumb technical fouls. No getting baited into altercations. Stay focused. Play through the whistles. Play their game, not Minnesota's. And let's not forget coaching. JJ Reddick is still learning on the fly, but Game 4 is where he'll earn his stripes. The in-game adjustments have to be faster. If something isn't working, he can't wait a full quarter to fix it. Whether it's going zone, switching the matchups, or making tough rotation calls, Reddick's fingerprints need to be all over this next game. One wild card to watch: Cam Reddish. He's been in and out of the rotation, but his length and athleticism could be critical if the Lakers want to throw different looks at Anthony Edwards. It's a gamble, sure, but at this stage, smart gambles are necessary. Sometimes, it's the unexpected move that changes a series. And speaking of unexpected, keep an eye on the Timberwolves role players. Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, these guys have been stepping up. If the Lakers don't game plan for them properly, one of them could swing a quarter, maybe even a game. The stars get the headlines, but playoff series are often decided by the supporting casts. Energy in the arena is going to be a factor, too. Lakers fans are some of the best in the world when they're engaged. The players have said it before, the energy of the crowd can turn a 5-point deficit into a 5-point lead in a matter of minutes. So if you're lucky enough to be there, bring the noise. Beat the sixth man. The team needs it now more than ever. As for Luka Donic, the next 48 hours will be crucial. Flu recovery isn't just about feeling okay. It's about regaining full strength, full focus, full stamina. The Lakers medical staff will be working overtime to get him ready. Hydration, nutrition, rest. It's all part of the equation. And if there's anyone who can bounce back quickly, it's Luka. But again, no guarantees. The Timberwolves smell blood. They're young, they're hungry, and they're starting to believe this is their moment. Anthony Edwards is playing like a future superstar. Karl Anthony Towns is embracing a grittier role. Mike Conley is orchestrating like the veteran floor general he is. This isn't a team that's going to beat itself. The Lakers have to go and take it. Every series has a defining moment, a turning point, a moment where a team decides enough is enough and flips the narrative. For the Lakers, that moment is staring them in the face. It's either now or never. Fight back or fall apart. There's no in-between. One thing the Timberwolves have in their favor is their depth. Their bench has been playing well, and role players like Rudy Gobert and Jaden Ivey have stepped up when needed. But depth is a double-edged sword in the postseason. Sometimes too many options can create confusion, and if Minnesota's bench gets complacent, the Lakers could exploit that. This is a team that thrives when they lock in defensively and trust each other on offense. It's not about individual brilliance, it's about team effort. The Lakers, for their part, are far from out of tricks. Their versatility is one of their biggest strengths. LeBron's leadership is undeniable, but it's also about how he elevates those around him. It's time for players like Rui Hachimura to show what they can really do. He's been a spark off the bench, and Game 4 might just be his moment to shine. He's capable of giving the Lakers that extra punch they desperately need. Meanwhile, the Lakers can't afford to keep playing catch-up. They've been down before in series, but this year feels different. Every time they take a step forward, they seem to take 2 steps back. The constant injuries, the inconsistent performances, it's all starting to wear on them. But that's where experience can be the great equalizer. The Lakers know how to survive these pressure moments. They've been here before. Whether it's LeBron's calming presence or the mentorship of veterans like Patrick Beverley, there's a certain playoff poise that only comes from having been through the grind. As for me, I'm holding on to hope. I've seen what this team is capable of when everything clicks. And even though things look shaky right now, I still believe they've got another gear. But they've got to find it fast, because the season is on the line. And if Game 4 doesn't go their way, this might be the last stand. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Big things are coming, one way or another, and we'll be right here to break it all down with you. Until next time, stay locked in, stay passionate, and as always, go Lakers.